Hello everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today we are going to solve a very interesting question. The name of the question is n by 3 repeat numbers. So let's have a look at what the question is. You are given a read-only array of n integers. Find out if any integer occurs more than n by 3 times in the array in linear time and constant additional space. If so, return the integer. If not, return -1. So the question is quite straightforward. You're given an array, all the input is integer in this. And in this integer array, you have to tell whether any number exists more than n by 3 times or not. Okay. If there is no such number, you return a -1 as the answer. All right. Let's take one example to understand this in more detail. Let's take this 1, 2, 3, triple 1 as the example. Okay. So the example we took was 1, 2, 3, triple 1. So here n is basically the size of the array. Size is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 numbers in it. So n is equal to 5. N by 3. So 5 by 3, that is equal to 1. Is there any element that appears more than once in this particular array? Yes, it does. There is. 1 appears more than one time. So 1 has to be the output. Okay, with this, I hope the uh, question is clear to all of you. How are we going to solve it? We are going to use Moore's voting algorithm. We're going to modify it a little bit and we're going to use it to solve this particular question. Now, what is this Moore's voting algorithm? You can find our video on Moore's voting algorithm in the description below. But if you already know it, if you already understand the concept, let's see how we are going to modify it to apply it to this particular question. And it's a very interesting question, by the way. Let's take another example so that I can understand things in a little bit more detail here. 1, 2, 4, 1, 1, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay. So here, how many numbers do we have in this array? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So n is equal to 12. N by 3 is equal to 4. Are there any numbers that are appearing more than 4 times, which means at least 5 times, 6 times, 7 times? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, we have an answer. 1 is the answer in this particular array. How are we going to find that out? Now in the notes, it is clearly given that we have to use constant space, means O of 1 space, and linear time, O of n, time complexity to solve it. We already know the Moore's voting algorithm will run in O of 1 space and O of n time, but that is for n by 2 repeat numbers. How are we going to apply it for this particular question? Let's have a look. The concept is going to be very similar. What we are going to do is we're going to set up a stage. Okay, this is a war zone. We're going to take an example of a war zone. So in this war zone, the rules are quite simple. Every soldier is equally trained. Okay, so when two soldiers fight, both of them die. Okay, in this war zone, the rules are quite simple. Every soldier is equally trained. When two soldiers fight, both of them die. Okay, that's rule number one. Rule number two is at any time, not more than two armies can stand on the battlefield. If there are more than two armies on the battlefield, all of them will start fighting. Okay. All right. So let's have a look at this question. Let's iterate the array and look at how we execute this particular algorithm. First of all, one soldier from army 1 comes on the battlefield. There's no battle going on, just one soldier. 2. So there's another soldier from army 2 who has come on the battlefield. Still there is no fight going on because two armies can stand on the battlefield without any war. They can stand there peacefully. There's a third army who has come in. So now this soldier is from army 4. Now they cannot all stand peacefully. What will happen is all of them will fight together and all of them will die. Okay. All these three soldiers will fight and they will all die. So there's nobody standing on the battlefield now. Next, another soldier from Army 1 comes on the battlefield. Next, there's another soldier. from army 1. Next, another soldier from army 3 this time. Okay. Again, there are only two active armies standing on the battlefield. So, yes, they can stand there peacefully. No war is going on. Moving forward, 2. Now, there's another soldier from army 2. Now, there are three armies standing on the battlefield. Same thing will repeat. Three people will fight, and all of them are going to die. There's just one soldier left from army 1 on the battlefield currently. This is how the battlefield looks like right now. Moving forward, there's another soldier from army 2 who has come in. Okay. Again, there are two armies on the battlefield. They can stand there peacefully, not an issue. Another soldier from army 1. Okay. Another soldier from army 1. Okay. Another soldier from army 1. All right. And yet another soldier from army 1. Okay. So at the end, which armies are standing on the battlefield? There's army 1 and there is army 2. Now, either of them can be the answer. What you have to do is now you have to find out whether, like, which one is the answer, or they both can be the answer. Both of them can be in the array more than n by 3 times. But there is also a possibility when neither of them is the answer. Okay, it is possible that neither 1 nor 2 appear more than n by 3 times. In that case, it's not that there is another answer, it's just that no number exists more than n by 3 times in the array. So that's all. This is how we are going to structure our question. Now let us try to code this in, and we'll look at a few corner test cases while we are coding it in. Okay, everyone. So let's start coding this particular question. So first of all, we need a few variables. Let's take them. There is element 1, element 2, count 1 equal to 0, and count 2 equal to 0. So I'll tell you what each of these variables actually mean. Element 1 is the number that represents army 1. Okay, it can be 2, 3, 10, whatever number we are considering as army 1. Element 2, the number we are using to represent army 2. Count 1, the number of soldiers of army 1 on the battlefield. Count 2, the number of soldiers of army 2 on the battlefield. Okay. Now we will iterate the array. Okay. Now, first of all, we'll check if this new soldier is from army 1 or 2. Element 1, if it is equal to element 1, we do a count 1 plus plus. That means another soldier of army 1 has joined the battlefield. Then we'll check if it is from army 2 or not. This will tell us whether another soldier of army 2 has joined the battlefield or not. Then we'll check if there is army 1 at all left on the battlefield or not. So how do we check that? If count 1 is equal to 0, that means there is no soldier of army 1 on the battlefield, and this new element that has come, we'll make it as army 1. We'll consider that as army 1. So we'll make element 1 equal to a of I, and we'll make count 1 equal to 1. Then we'll check if there is any soldier of army 2 on the battlefield or not. If there is none, we'll take this element that has just come as army 2 this time. So count 2 plus plus, or count 2 equal to 1. And if this is not the case, there is an army 1 on the battlefield, there is an army 2 on the battlefield, then what happens is a new soldier in the battlefield. One soldier from each of the three armies will fight and all of them will die. So to represent that, it's a count 1 minus minus and a count 2 minus minus. And that's pretty much it. Now we have element 1, we have element 2, and these are the two options that maybe are the solutions. Okay, so now we'll check that. So we'll make count 1 equal to 0, count 2 equal to 0. We'll iterate the array once again. And if a of I is equal to element 1, we can increment the value of count 1, and if a of I is equal to element 2, we can increment the value of count 2. Now, when we come out of this for loop, we know how many element 1s and how many element 2s actually exist in the array. We simply have to check if this count 1 is greater than a dot size by 3. That means element 1 is the answer, so we return that as the answer. And if count 2 is greater than a dot size by 3, we have to return element 2 as the answer. And if none of them are the majority element, none of them are appearing more than n by 3 times, we return -1 as the answer. We've made a typo over here, it's capital A. So let's try to run this to see whether we are able to solve the visible test cases or not. And if there's any issue, any problem, any doubt at all, please feel free to comment it in the comment section below. I'll be more than happy to reply to you. And let's try to submit this to see if we are able to solve all the test cases or not. So yes, we are able to solve all the test cases. That was it. Thank you so much for your time, and make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. All right, guys. See you in the next video.